What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball FighterZ feel. So I definitely know the last character I talked about that I said I would never play is Zamasu. I got some interesting feedback from a lot of y'all, but today I'm going to talk about a character again. This character is pretty underplayed, and people say this character is really good too, but I think he's in a different lane than Zamasu, and there is a timeline where I played this character. It is Blue Goku, as you can see right here. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. If you like this video or any of the other content I'm putting out, please consider liking this specific video, subscribing to the channel, or do both if you have a second and have not yet already. It really does help support the channel. It does help the channel grow, and I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alright, with that out of the way, let's talk about Blue Goku. I want to talk about his strengths and his weaknesses, and why I think just people haven't been playing him. Again, this is another character. There's a few characters in his group where people say this character is really underrated, slept on, etc. This character is secretly really good, blah blah blah. But in Blue Goku's case, he actually is a pretty good character. Like, most of the characters that people say are slept on are either just not that great, like Zamasu, or like the character is good, but they kind of fill a really specific lane. So that's cooler, who I talked about before too. I think Blue Goku is a little bit special in this regard. Now, first let's look at his good points. So first would definitely be his stagger game. His stagger game is out of control. He has a standard like Goku moveset, right? But the main thing that really sets him apart is that he has a 4M. So his normal M, 5M travels like this, but his 4M is a little bit shorter. And while this is -8, the 4M is much better. It's -2. So his strings, he can space himself really easily in a really scary spot with things like this. Now his -2, right? Your standard character cannot reach you with lights here. Your standard character, you would need to be tall and strong like Broly or something to reach from that far. Usually you have to pick mediums, but he's all the way out here. He can tag you with 2M, which he still has the Goku style 2M, the good old 10 frame one. So his stagger pressure alone is really good in this regard. Now also too, he has a command grab. It's a 2M4L is the fast one. He has a slower one that you can combo off of. Of course, he has the EX one. Having a command grab, as we know, is always a good thing in this game. It's a way to open people up without assists. You can make command grab setups with assists, but again, it's an option that you have when you don't have assists available, which is always strong. It's something that has to be addressed when someone is defending, and of course, it leads to a lot of guessing games, so it's a really good thing for him. Now, another really good thing about him too is that he has mix, so he does have a 2L low. First of all, pretty much, I think only UI Goku has a 2L low as well. SSJ Goku, as we know, did not have a 2L low. It was memed for a long time, but we ended up coming up with mix-ups with him. So you don't have to come up with really tricky, forbidden mix-ups or anything with Blue Goku. You can do mostly standard stuff. So his EX dive kick as well sets up opportunities if you have the right type of assist. But even with that, since he has the 2L low, you can do a lot of standard system mechanic stuff like Super Dash Assist Call into high-low and stuff like that, which is really nice. Another point is his damage is out of control. So I don't have these because I don't play him, but he does have loops with his tackle. He could do a couple of these. His damage output is really high, and this kind of brings us back to command grab too, because if he hits you with the strike part of the strike throw mix-up, he will output a lot of damage. The combo is kind of hard. I definitely see people drop them, but I also see people hit them. So for the people who do have these combos down, the true combo monsters, his damage output is really high. Neutral wise, he's pretty standard. He has a multi-hitting Ki Blast. He's got tackle. The tackle, what's nice about it is that it does beat Ki Blast. So in this example here, he just tanks it, right? Very strong. And he has a cross-up full screen. Just like the EX Rocket Kick from Base Vegeta, you can do it in a corner. It crosses up in the corner, which is really strong. Slow, but you know, for all you net players, I know you guys are using this quite a bit. He is very mobile in general, so he does have the dive kick to go from the air to the ground. He also has the teleport here to bring him down. Of course, it could be 2H, but what's nice about that is that it tracks. So even though he doesn't have beams, he has a multiple Ki Blasts, and he could follow you with teleports. So the quick rule is that if you're moving normally, the teleport will probably track you. If you're doing like some type of super jump movement, you will probably get away from it. But the tracking is still pretty good on this move overall. assist-wise, he has a pretty interesting set of assists. So he has his dive kick assist as his A assist. This was probably the main reason people didn't play him before. They would just be like, oh, his assist sucks. But his assist has a couple of good uses. Of course, it doubles the anti-air with super dash, which is always really nice. So I think this is a change they made in Season 3, but they made this assist much easier to combo off of than before, since they added a ground bounce. Block stun wise, it's pretty good. So the startup is kind of slow, but that's because he starts in the air and travels through the ground. It has a pretty standard amount of block stun, 29. So it's in that group of 29 to 30 frame block stun moves. So they gave him his tackle as the B assist, the way they did a lot of characters. The main thing is that it beats Ki Blast, which is really, really nice. On block, too, it has a good amount of block stun, 29 again, and it's fast. The only thing is, it's kind of similar to Bardock's in that it doesn't travel that far, but half screen is fine for an assist like this. Besides tanking Ki Blast, it has the standard super dash assist call when their opponent is on the ground. So his C assist is a tracking assist. You can kind of use this as an anti-air, but it is kind of hard to use. The tracking is not that good on it. Similarly to the actual move, but I would say the tracking is a little bit worse on this one. So let's talk about his downsides though. So again, I listed a bunch of really good stuff, and most of these things are pretty unique to him. I even skipped stuff like, you know, he has like an auto combo that's overhead, but this move is pretty slow. But when you combine it with like command grab, it's a little bit more tricky, right? But the thing about this character that I think is probably the main reason people don't use him in general right now is that so he has his unique good things like the tackle, like his staggers, like his command grab, but there are a lot of things he has that other characters have that are just kind of better. So while all those things I listed are all good things, like his stagger is definitely very, very special in the game. The fact that he can control the spacing with 4M like that. Having command grab is good, and many people have that. Mix is good, but a lot of characters have ways to set up mix-ups and stuff. His damage is high, there are other characters who have good damage. But those are all things that are fine and are good for him. A bunch of his other stuff, though, other characters have, but they have better examples of it. Like, for example, this tackle. So, yeah, it beats Ki Blast, but, for example, this thing never goes full screen. And while he does have the air mobility, too, it's just not the same. Like, for example, base Vegeta, he gets full screen, and it's fast, 21. That's his B kick, medium kick, right? So the medium tackle here is a little slower. It's 24 frames, and it doesn't go full screen. You would have to be doing a dashing one, for example, like that. And that's going to be 25 plus the dashing time on top of that. So it's kind of slow. The Ki Blasts are another example. So he has these Ki Blasts, right? It's pretty standard as far as Ki Blasts and the amount. But he also has this. So he has this Ki Blast, which, to be fair, a lot of characters don't have that type of Ki Blast. And we are familiar because of base Vegeta having it. That is quite good. But unlike base Vegeta, it does not go full screen. So here, you kind of have to be in there in order to use that as an approach. While base Vegeta, I could stay here, it goes way further, better angle, and because of the travel distance, I get more frame advantage as well. So where base Vegeta gets this, base Goku has to be like here, quite a bit closer to get his L tackle like that. This shows in his assists as well. So his assists that he has available, he has dive kick assist, he has tackle assist. So there are many examples of tackle assist in the game. I actually do think his A assist has always been a little bit understated. I do understand that before it was hard to combo in a legitimate way. Usually I don't value how easy it is to combo off an assist that hard, but I think Blue Goku's old dive kick assist was especially hard to combo off of, so I thought it was fair. But now it's quite a bit easier to combo off of. But as far as like his lariat assist, a lot of characters have that. His is like and then his tracking assist on his C assist is just not that great. So your assist selection is pretty limited with him, and while he has good solo functionality, like, I'm not going to call this character an anchor straight up, but he has all the stuff you need for a good anchor. Good solo neutral, he's mobile, he can hit you without an assist, right? At the same time, his assist doesn't really support you that well, so really the main place you want to play him is point more than anything else. So all in all, this is a character that I actually do think is very good. I don't think this is like a top tier character really per se. What he does have is he has a lot of stuff that is good in the game in general to like a pretty good, for as low as okay to a pretty good degree. And he has a couple of unique things that are really, really good. And then he has other tools that are like okay, and it's good that he has them, but other characters have them in a better or a more direct way. Alright, so that's basically it for Blue Goku. I've been thinking about messing around with him a little bit, only to maybe expand my thoughts on this character. Again, like, I have always thought this character is pretty strong, but I never feel like he's in the top group of characters outright. A lot of people also think this character is underrated at this point, to the point where, like, I'm thinking, I don't think you guys actually think this character is underrated. It's more that he's not represented a lot in tournaments, probably for these reasons. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think in Season 1 and Season 2, it was mostly because of his assist, which would mean that there were just not a lot of combinations you could play him with. But with the way Season 3 is right now, there is potential to see him on teams more often if people are willing to try it. So I'm thinking about playing this character a little bit alongside with my main squad, just to learn a little bit more about him, because also he is kind of a rare character on top of that. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.